Okay. I don't know. Who wants to roll? If not, I will.
I don't think we want the DM to roll.
Oh,
Jake
why
rolls all
not?
the time.
Yeah, when I DM, I roll all the time.
Does he?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Randy, how about you roll?
Yeah, Randy, roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy, you roll.
Yeah, Randy, roll.
Yeah, Randy,
Forgot
roll.
Roll your
Forgot
last
what my
pathetic
dice rolls would have
die.
to what? Don't make me come over there with this.
Oh shit.
To the people at home, Randy just held up a 50 caliber bullet.
Yes, I did.
He's gonna shank a hoe.
To the Emmy at home.
To the Emmy at
Okay.
home, yeah.
Unless you 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, I keep muting myself after I start doing it, but was anybody hearing me chew? Like, I don't want to have to mute myself if I don't have to, but I will if you could.
I don't know. Eat real fast. I don't hear it.
Nope.
No? Oh, okay, cool. It's just
Seems
like,
good to me.
since I'm the one chewing, it's really loud for me. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to mute myself.
Yeah, not quite
Okay.
sure how much food gets through.
Yeah. So, okay, I just don't want to keep muting myself and unmuting myself if I don't have to.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We are going to begin. I am so excited. First off, I know this is a like a play test, but play it how you guys would want to play it, not like, oh, I got to test to make sure everything's like, because honestly, I'll probably go back and like tweak stuff with depending on how tonight goes anyways. Besides that, I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm wiggling with excitement. Alrighty.
Ready.
So, I'm going off the basis that you guys are already, like, a party. So, we'll still do introductions and describing characters and stuff for the players to know. But you guys have been partying for a while, and you've come into the first big city, Flotaron. And I believe that is the image you guys are going to see on your Roll20. Yep, should be.
What's the name of the city? I'm sorry?
Flotaron.
Photoron?
Well, Doron.
Clouderon.
Queeldaron.
Quelderon. Okay.
And it's a fairly big city. It's a pretty big city. It's a mixed kind of city where there's elves and dwarves and humans. But
Oh.
walking in, you guys all kind of get some funny looks. Who wants to describe their character first?
I'll describe mine because I also had something I forgot to tell you about, and I'll send it to you in Discord. But I am where did my sheet go?
That's an
5'1".
interesting race.
I am a where did my sheet go?
Yeah.
It's a new race. It's like a Wendigo, but it's not. I'm a 5'1" human, covered in blue, kind of almost dried looking oil paint, black hair, green eyes, and I'm wearing turtle shells. And the two on the hands have like little kind of barrels coming out of them. And her name is Comics. And then I was going to send to Emmy or Erynn. It's early in the night and I've already done it.
Take 1 point of psychic damage.
But
That's a
I
death sentence
forgot
at this low level.
I forgot to send you a picture of my familiar. I think this is it. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, since I have an Eldritch being as mine, and it's not huge too. Like this guy's like maybe, I don't know, like a foot tall.
Okay, so I don't have a token for that,
Well,
so
no, I know, but I forgot. I was like, oh fuck, that's right, I have a familiar.
Maybe,
I have a
totally forgot
familiar.
to send
Maybe
it.
Kind of how I feel with Kiki in Jake's campaign.
I can maybe throw up a picture of what you just sent in the recording once we're all done.
Here, yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I'll take a look at it later.
Okay. How do you say your character's name again?
Comics.
Comics. Like comic, but X. Okay.
Yes. Kamex.
Yeah. Alrighty. Who would like to go next? Now that it's into characters that we don't know.
I'll go next. Walking next to everybody at about a little under 3 feet tall is a creature you don't normally see exploring with humans and human-like creatures. They're what is called a mireling, a strange bipedal mixture of a frog and a fish. He's wearing what seems to be an studious, like, suit, almost robe, wearing a safari hat with a monocle. And a big, gold, shiny badge sits on his chest that reads... Hold on, I need to pull it up. Reads, Exploration Academy.
All right.
This is Sir Kalos McGurgle the Third.
You motherfucker, I have been making a League of Explorers mini-campaign for the last few weeks.
I got my character then! Or I'll make a new one. And surprisingly, with this mireling, you find it strange that while they're mostly amphibian, he seems to be boasting reptilian or dragon-like physical features. Like, his skin is a little bit scalier, talons, and a small set of horns are kind of popping through his safari helmet.
Okay.
And that's Sir Kalos.
Okay, I guess I'll go next then. One of your companions is a human, a little below 6 feet tall, black hair, brown eyes, wearing a cloak that's dark, and a keen eye watching around him, looking, seeing if there might be something that interests him. You all know him as Marnaby.
Barnaby?
Barnaby?
Marnaby.
Marnaby.
With an M.
Okay, see, I thought he said Barnaby too, and I was like, no, that sounded like an M.
This
Hey,
is
Barney.
correct.
Hey,
This is Barnaby.
Hey, Barney. Oh, dear.
Real quick, Jake, what was your character's name again? Because I didn't get the full thing.
It's Sir Kalos McGurgle the Third. You may call him Kalos, though.
Okay.
Or Sir
Kalos.
Kalos.
Yeah. Fuck no. Well then. Standing tallest amongst you is a quite brilliantly dressed in kind of a purple tabard that kind of just goes down their chest that seems to have a Ferris wheel on the front of it, is a very large, almost 7-foot centaur with bright purple hair that quaffs over to one side while the other side of the head is shaved, holding a lance and a shield on their back. You know them all as Volian Quickstep.
Can't imagine why they're called Quick Step.
Volian or Volium?
Volian. Volien. I've been traveling ever since leaving the circus. It's been a quite fun time.
Oh,
You do notice that some kids do recognize the thing on your chest, and they run up to you like, "When's the circus coming? When's it coming?"
Oh, it's gonna be a little bit longer there, children.
Aww. They kind of like walk away with their heads hung down in disappointment. Their dreams just crushed that the circus might be coming.
The dreams crushed the circus might be coming? Oh, shit.
Oh fuck, not the circus.
That's the circus. Well, disappointed that it might not be coming.
Okay. I was like, oh, fuck. It's a dark omen, huh?
They're coming for you, the good children.
Hey Jake, what species did you say you were again?
Sir Kalos is a Meyerling.
Firewing.
Yes, it is a custom race that I have made. If you want a good visual, think of a Murloc from World of Warcraft.
That doesn't help me.
Well, I'm sorry. That's about as best as I can do.
I have one over there, but I can't go grab it. I will say, Jake, your class, is your patron a Drakehound or a dragon?
My patron is a Drakehound.
Okay. Alrighty. Good to know.
What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna ask what species Trouter was really quick.
He was human.
Human as well? Okay. Just trying to get everybody written down so I remember whatever in is. Okay.
So as you guys are walking through the streets, you guys are a young band of adventurers. You probably don't have a lot of gold, so you make your way over to the command board, and there are a bunch of flyers. There's one for a bakery that's been overrun by rats. There's one for, some howls in the woods. But there's one that in particular that catches your eye because it has a nice reward attached to it. There's one that was posted by a Destium, sorry. And it doesn't say much. Oh, sorry. It doesn't say much. It just says, help required, go to the Denatorium for further information. Do any of you reach to pull the flyer?
To pull the flyer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like to take it with you for directions or anything?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. Does anybody else try to touch it at all, or are they just gonna come next to it?
You sure? I think we should take care of the rats. Sounds like we might also be able to get a meal out of it.
Well, as much as I would love us to be the only one to get this reward, I think maybe we should leave it just so that in case any other adventuring parties try and come along, they can have a little bit of fun.
All right. I don't want to eat rats.
So she had cut in your throat
It's
there?
not the rats, it's the bakery. You get the bread stuffs from the bakery.
Bread is good for
While we're there taking care of the rats.
But
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you really want to eat baked goods with rat droppings?
You go for the stuff to tie up. Less chances.
As I look down at them.
As you guys are talking about this comics, you reach to grab the flyer to go to the Dentorium. And you feel a warmness, not quite a burning, but a warmness on your palm as a sigil is magically engraved into your palm. Basically, I don't have an image because I forgot to, but it's like a circle with just a dot in the curve at the top. And it doesn't hurt, it just feels warm and like, oh, something just, well, I don't know what this is, but...
I'm in a pact now.
That's pretty.
Correction, I'm in another pact.
I don't like to share, Smite.
Did you get that from touching over here, comics?
I do believe so. That I think it
Touch.
came from this paper.
You touch it as well?
Yeah, boss.
The same thing happens to you.
Ooh. Free tattoo.
May I take a look at your hands?
Sure.
Sure.
Comics just.
I would like
out of
to
it.
examine their hands for magical stuff.
Okay.
I want to try and understand what is this magical stuff.
Wait,
Like an Arcana check, I guess?
do an Arcana check.
Okay. First proper roll of the night.
Woo!
That's a 7.
7!
So you look at it, and it's definitely magical. It gives off a faint, glow that kind of shimmers. It goes between like blue and red and gold and back to blue and purple. Mainly those colors, but it's definitely magical.
I gave you 24 hours to live.
Oh, I know my skin's that smooth, Barnaby, but don't get distracted.
I will.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sir Kalos would like to touch the paper.
Same thing happens to you.
And now, looking at his own palm, it, much like how Marnaby just did, I want to try to examine it to see if it means anything. If perhaps I've seen this symbol before, or if there's any kind of iconography that would attach it to some sort of organization, maybe God.
Yeah, okay. Do Arcana religions check. And actually, I'm going to scratch how I originally described it. It is still going to look very arcanic, but go ahead and do your roll. Let's see what you get.
I'm good at both of those. 8! I rolled 1 better than Trouter!
Pretty much the exact same with Barnaby. Except for, originally you thought it was an S, but looking closer at it, it looks like 2 Ds. But it's still magical. It's still shimmering between those colors.
It is my professional opinion that we shall go to this place and find out what is going on with this.
Oh yeah, with the reward. Yeah, I think we should go to investigate that.
I will say, because I did not mention it, the reward on the flyer, it just says handsomely. Does not give a number.
Oh, I love a handsomely reward.
Doesn't give a number, description, something like that. Just says handsomely and urgent.
I don't need to look better.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I would like to go find out what this is. Dying in 24 hours would be rather unfruitful for my lord.
You could get a lot done in 24
Don't
hours.
worry.
So we could go brain some havoc.
We could, but
Don't
that is not my
worry.
mission.
Don't worry. Your belongings will go to good use.
Oh,
And Marnaby will rub his back. Will rub Comex's back.
softening up the spot so it's easier to stab, I see.
I'm wearing a shell on my back.
My statement stands. So, you guys are going to start heading to the denitorium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take you guys too long. It takes you probably about 15-minute walk to get there. And you see it in the distance before you start getting close. It's just this grand building with the glass dome over. It's huge. Like, you vaguely remember seeing it as you guys came into the city, and you're on the other side of where you came. As you guys approach, you see inside it's like trees and shrubbery, and it looks like a habitat essentially. As you guys get closer, you... Oh, okay. Who wants to go closer first?
I imagine comics just keeps walking.
Keep walking? Okay.
Yeah, I probably would just keep going as well.
Anybody who wants to, make a perception check.
I mean, we don't really.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, don't lose
Sure.
anything for just doing it.
I'll make a perception check.
I rolled better
There's
than
magic
their
and stuff
fucking
going
Arcana
on.
checks, that's for sure.
Who knows? Who knows what's happening? Okay.
So that was
12.
I did it again. I did it again.
And
Hey,
Sir Kalos got a 13.
13. What did you get, Randy?
12.
12, and then a natural 20. Okay, so Kalos, Martivy, and Comics, you guys are walking, and you don't see it until it's too late. But actually, we'll do Martivy first. Martivy, as you guys are walking up, you notice inside you see movement, like things running about. And then you notice along the ground, slightly covered, are what look like roots. Nobody else sees this until it's too late. They walk what would look like almost over it before smacking into a invisible wall.
Wait, so Marnaby sees this and not me?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I was about to. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Marty gets smacked in the face.
Gotcha.
So, you guys weren't walking at a super... It was just a normal walk, right?
I like to look around when I walk. I like to enjoy the surroundings.
Okay. So everybody is smacked in the face by this invisible wall. It doesn't hurt too bad because it's more like, oh, I didn't see that there. Blaine, you don't, because you notice the runes, you kind of stop like, wait a minute. And as you guys smack into the shield, you hear a voice in your head, almost overpowering, but not loud. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing here?
We're here about the paper.
Raise hand, show symbol.
And once the symbol is shown, the wall falls, and in a blink of purple light, before you stands an elven man with slicked back hair and some hanging from down, kind of like how my hair is right now, hanging down. He's dressed in nice robes, pale, gold eyes, long ears. His hair is a pale blonde that is starting to silver. I see you are answering my ad. Please.
Yeah, of course.
Martaby steps in.
Once you guys are past the ruins, the shield goes back up. I got to turn down the music. There we go. Can you guys still hear it okay? I mean, you guys can always...
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
I could barely hear it, but
I hear nothing.
I'll turn it back up. Thank you for responding so quickly. I put up the notice as soon as I realized, but I'm sure you had questions about why I had a flyer up.
Yes, why are we going to perish in 24 hours?
He gives you a look like, Are you stupid, son?
Oh, my friend here said that we were going to die because of this.
He just kind of looks at all of you. It's like, no, that's just it allowed me to know that people were actually serious about my inquiry and not just coming for a check. Gold.
Oh, well, that is good to hear.
You'll be fine. It's just basically magic paint on your hands.
Oh, does that mean it's not like a tattoo?
I mean, it could be if you want it to be. I could make it permanent, but
I'll think about it.
do you really want my initials onto your hand for the rest of your life?
That worse.
You see him grin, like trying to hold back a chuckle. Yes, by what I need help of is this. He gestures to the big building behind him. My name is Destium, and I am the master of the Dentorium. I take in orphan drayhounds that I find in the wild, and I raise them, rehabilitate them, and oftentimes, if possible, release them. But something happened today. We were getting our shipment in very early, and a couple of my pups ran out the shield. And I need to find them urgently. Somebody do a history check for me.
Ooh, I will.
No, Barnaby doesn't really care about this history stuff.
It's cut. 7. Not using that. Not using that die
And
anymore.
out of curiosity, is there anything alive around or moving around or anything? I'm just looking for like movement, any other signs of life.
Currently, no, but you do see poking their heads out because it's a glass paneling that basically looks like there's a forest inside. You do notice. Actually, do a perception check for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Was it only one history roll, Erynn?
Whoever wanted to do a history check.
I got a 14.
14?
12.
Oh, okay. So.
-2?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was wondering when you guys would catch on.
okay. So, when he mentions the Drakehounds comics, you and Kalos, you guys all know what a Drakehound is. Stories and legends have been told for many generations about these dragon-like beasts that roam the land that are said to have brought a peace and order to the world that was once in chaos by the dragons. You've also actually, now that he's explained his situation, you've heard of the Dentorium. It is a very famous place, especially in these surrounding kingdoms, because they do try to protect this species that, because of how powerful they can be, people have tried to hunt and take their powers, very similar to dragons. Marnaby, as he's talking and explaining everything, you don't see any movement outside of the circle for right now, but you do see poking their little heads out about four pups. And they range, one is like a whitish color with blue runes on it. It has almost a shell across the top of its head. It looks very fluffy, but the shell is hard and the stomach is like scales. And that's the thing you find with most of them. They're fluffy but have scale underbellies. Long glowing teeth, glowing eyes. Some have straight horns, some have horns that curl back. Just a variety, and they're all just kind of looking at you like wagging their tails. One lets out like a little fire bit that just kind of hits the thing and dissipates.
So
go ahead, sorry.
As Destium is explaining, since I'm pretty much tooling this to my terrible history roll, Sir Kalos is gonna kind of jump up and kind of like grab his collar tussles and kind of like be half standing on him and just be like, "You know of the Dracons. You know what do this to Sir Kalos? You know what do this? You explain what happened to Sir Kalos when he touched that statue!"
Okay, so as you jump up to do this, you go through him. He turns to you and he's like, "I apologize. I can't physically be there right now to tell you everything because I got a very young pup. It's only about 2 weeks old that I need to have urgent ground care for. So all I can really do is project at the moment."
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna enact an Eldritch Invocation
Okay.
and cast Detect Magic.
Okay then. So how does Detect Magic work? What do you see when you do Detect Magic?
Okay.
Pulse, right?
It's up to 10 minutes, and it's a range of 30 feet. I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of myself. And pretty much everything that is kind of magic gives off like an aura of some kind.
Your vision essentially goes purple because the dome is magical, the pups inside are magical, Kamix is magical. You're just essentially blinded by everything that has magical aura around it in this area.
Why?
Is that what happened to your eye? Did you just decide to cast Detect Magic while looking really closely at something?
He cast
Sir
Detect
Kalos.
Magic while looking at a fireball.
Sir Kalos holds up a bag. A small little bag. Sir Kalos touched statue in archaeological dig and become like this!
Ha!
He kind of squats down to take a closer look at you. Yes. Did anything else happen when you touched the statue?
Kalos can now use magic.
Did you die? Did you get seriously injured?
Kalos doesn't remember. Kalos touched statue. Big pulse. Kalos go to sleep. Kalos wake up like this, and statue is now dust. Or broken. Little tiny bits. Glue wouldn't put it back together.
Little tiny bits.
He kind of opens the little bag. And it's like little pieces that are about the size of like my pinky nail. And they're all like, it's all just, it looks though it probably together it was a very beautiful statue. But all very little small.
Waves his hand in a circular motion. And magically, though it's not secure or anything, the statue kind of comes back together so that you can see its full former glow. It looks like it's glued back together, but the cracks are glowing.
Alrighty.
I see. So
it would be in the shape of a blue drakehound that is sitting.
Asriel. I see. Well, my friend, I don't know exactly what happened, but it looks like whatever happened during that time between going unconscious and waking up, you made a deal with something that gave you power. I could, in theory, pry into your mind and see about what I can find, but we don't have time. I need to find the pups that got out.
Yeah, prying
It's
into the
urgent.
mind of someone. Seems legit.
He just gives you a look.
Maybe instead.
Out of curiosity, what happens? What happens to it after? What happens to the little statuettes afterwards? They like crumble back down and get put back in the bag or
Yeah.
anything, or
He just kind of basically
Okay.
did it to see what it was and then reverted it. Does anybody want to do a history check for the name that he gave?
Kalos will.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a history check. Roll better than a 7.
Okay, 15.
15. You have heard this name. What was the name that I gave again? Azrael?
Yeah, you said Azrael.
Azrael. So Azrael is one of the main 5. He is a noble Drakehound, rumored to live in the north. He is order. He is magic. He is ancient. That's about all you can remember. You have heard of this name, though. And you do know that this ain't no walk in the park, whoever gave you this power.
This is precisely what my hypothesis was.
So the statue crumbles back to dust as Erynn glares at you. And then he just ignores you, like you're not even worth his time. He turns back to the other 3 of the party. So will you take up my quest? Will you find my hounds?
Why, yes, of course. We're just not entirely sure where to start the look.
I'm not entirely sure either. You see, he turns around, and you don't hear anything, but you can see him moving his mouth like he's talking or calling to something. And
You press the mute button.
pretty much, he's like, shit. And then you see, now that you know that it's essentially an astral projection, it has a glow to it that you didn't really notice before. And walking up next to the glow is one of the little Drakehound pups that you didn't see this particular one inside, but this one is very small. It has like a fluffy blue mane, is snow white, has blue ruins across its legs, and it just kind of sits and looks at you all. Big eyes, just like ears kind of back, like it's scared or sad. Froststorm here is the 2 hounds that are missing are very dear friends to her. Perhaps she will be able to help you find them. And she kind of solidifies a little bit more so that it seems like she's actually there with you guys. Does anybody want to reach to see if they can touch it, see if it's actually there?
Barnaby does.
Barnaby does?
With his mage hand. With his invisible mage hand.
So the Force. You're touching it with the Force.
Yes.
As your mage hand starts to go towards it, she lets out a yep and hides behind Decium. Oh, I hoped it had been easier than this. The only way I know to find them quickly is to have her search for them. But you're gonna need to gain her trust first. To do this, generally what I do is, just recently, one of the other pups destroyed one of her favorite toys that she had. It was a stuffed plush of a bumblefly. I think now that he's kind of talking and explaining, does anybody want to do a perception check?
I shall.
Also,
I did mess up my last one, so I will have to do it correctly.
Does Trouter have disadvantage on perception checks?
No, he has a -2.
No, he did a perception check before as
Oh,
well.
okay.
yeah. I think like the last 3 rolls I've done are perception checks.
You guys notice now, he looks very tired. He's rubbing his eyes as he's trying to think of where he got this plush. He looks like a man that hasn't slept in about a week. He just looks tired.
I kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, sorry.
I kind of just kind of kneel down just a little bit. Well, I'm sure we can really get to haste with going and trying to find the others with Froststorm. What was your little?
She kind of pokes her head around at you.
I kind of just not like in my hand, but kind of just show that I'm putting a little bit of a ration thing. Is it okay for them to eat normal little nibbles like this, like little dried meats and whatnot?
Oh, yes, that'd be fine. She is an actual astral projection, though, because you wouldn't just let one of the pups out without them being there, because somebody could just grab it and run. Oh, there is the shield, so he might just fry you if you try. But she does seem interested in it, at least. She does seem to not be as scared, but she's still very yo, no. She's like, I think if she had her plush and maybe the snacks she likes, she would be more open to going with you guys. I got the plush from Luna's Luminous Loots. I think that's where I picked it up. I got them all little things last time I went there.
Oh, that's what's happened.
And then I get snacks from them from Katie's Cakey Bakies. It's a very weird name, I know. And as he's go ahead.
Really quick, could I possibly think back to when we were looking at the job board and we saw that there was a bakery that was in trouble? Would I remember the name?
You know what? Yeah, you do. It's the same bakery.
Companions! Bakery that was in trouble with rats! That is Katie's Cakey Bakers! Katie's Cakey Baker's Cakey...
Yes.
Bakery!
Marty must have been thinking ahead with her magical powers and whatnot of intuition.
Oh,
You're muted.
did something happen to the bakery? I haven't been out of this dome in 2 weeks.
Of course, I'm 3 steps ahead of you all. Yes, it seems as though the bakery seems to be having a bit of a rodent issue. I was hoping that my companions and I would be able to go there and get that resolved, but here we are. You did promise a better payday. And I do suppose you could define handsomely.
Look at my thing real fast. See if I can He kind of paces for a moment. Thanks. $1,000 gold if you bring back my pups.
250 apiece for us.
Oh, your math's way better than mine. I thought it was only like 100 for each of us.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. It's 100 for you.
As you guys are discussing this, she starts pawing at his leg and whimpering, like trying to get his attention. He kneels down and they look like they're having a conversation, but no words are being spoken. Oh, damn, it's that time of year too, isn't it? Okay. She says she will help you, but she needs her new plush. She would like her snacks. She's a little high maintenance sometimes. The tail thwacks.
Easy enough.
That's not all. This time every year I go out into the forest and I collect these flowers for her. Which is weird because he says every year, but if you were looking at a dog, she only appears to be 2-3 months old. But as you guys know, Drake Hounds age differently because
also there's been other Drake Hounds that they've had and
yeah. So she wants her flower crown. That's what I make her this time every year, and they only bloom for this week every year.
Could Kalos possibly do like some sort of nature check to maybe try to figure out what kind of flowers he's talking about?
You could, or he was just gonna tell you.
Well, I want to see if I can figure it out.
Okay. All right.
14.
14? Yeah, you've heard of these flowers. You've never seen one. They are called the Elysian night lilies. They only bloom for a week every year in the darkest caves. They are very expensive and so rare. Generally, you have to have a special permit to collect them. If not, you will be fined heavily and put in jail.
well, we don't really seem to have such a permit.
Only if you're caught.
Only if you're caught, yes. He's like, you have my insignia in your hand. If anybody stops you, show them your hand, and they will let you go. Don't abuse this power. He looks over to Marnaby.
Well,
Kalos is just gonna put the paper into his pack so that Marnaby can't get to it.
Actually, as you go to do this, it disappears. Randy, are you muted?
I am. Technically, Marnaby never touched the paper.
Marnaby never touched
He
the
doesn't
paper.
have the sigil,
Nope.
so he can't abuse it.
I can't be caught.
Yeah, he can't be caught. Yes. Please, find these so she can help you. And I need to find token and obsidian. I can't let them just be out and about.
perhaps, for the sake of time, I mean, we don't want the Drakehound cubs to be out for so long. Perhaps for the sake of time and them knowing the area as well, if we bring the snacks and the toy, maybe we can have Froststorm come with us to harvest the flowers. That way they can have their crown as soon as possible and we can be out and about and get on to the hunt.
The thing about Drakehounds is they're very finicky. You may certainly try. She might be in a pleasant mood today to allow it, but she may also... the dragon side of them. She kind of gives you a look like they're dragons. Like, they're dogs, but they're dragons. They're going to do what they want.
Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, you can. He said you can bring them back and try at least.
Okay. Like just if we brought back like the 2 things before going and getting the 3rd one. Okay.
Yeah, he's not against you coming back and trying to see if she'll be persuaded to go with you.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would like to help Volin. I would like to help him, give him advantage. I want Sir Kalos to kind of... He's already low to the ground, but he's gonna like kind of squat down and kind of look at Froststorm, clear his throat, and he starts speaking in a tongue that is much harsher than common. But the thing is, the voice that comes from his throat isn't the normal kind of voice that you heard. It sounds much more regal, as if it's coming from some other place. And I will speak Draconic to Froststorm.
Her ears perk up.
Please, come with us, so that we may get what you want and help you find your friends. All we wish to do is help. That always hurts my throat.
She perks up, and she starts walking towards you. Like she's very impressed, and she kind of starts rubbing against you like a cat.
Is the like illusion like falling through because like the...
It doesn't act because it's an illusion. It doesn't go through you or anything, but you can't feel the rubbing. I will say, if you do decide to go get the flowers first. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you making a roll for something?
Oh yeah, because he said he was giving the advantage, so I was gonna. I knew
okay.
I'm rolling, but he was just saying he was giving the advantage, so like I was I mean, just roll. Yeah.
He works. It works too well.
Kind of looks at you and then goes back to nuzzling Kalos.
Yeah, I mean the persuasion was more so for Kalos. That's why when you said like.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh hey, you know, like it's fine. Like you'll have to just.
Yeah.
Do her. So I was like, oh okay.
Decium also. I forgot to mention, if you do go for the flowers, generally every time I go, I'm able to go in there freely without harm if I bring the dead mother honey. She likes honey from a specific farm here in town, and every year I have to bring her some. If I want the flowers. She's a very friendly old bear. And Barney B's farm. And if you guys are going and decide to ask around to see if you have seen anything, Tolkien and Obsidian are about Froststorm size. Tolkien is gold with orange runes and a web spine down his back with horns. And Obsidian is black with red runes, and he has curved horns. I'm not sure if anybody has seen them. I've asked the guards earlier today. I looked around the town myself as best as I could with what I can do right now, and I couldn't find them.
Okay. Anything else we know about?
No, he looks off as if distracted. He's like, I gotta go. Come back as soon as you can. And the image drops. And the shield also drops around it again.
Well, since we know where the bakery is, I think that might be the good first place to start.
It does seem like we have quite the shopping list, though.
Well, the longer we wait, the longer it'll take to complete.
You guys could always go back to get the flyer and talk to the person who owns the bakery about the reward.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I kind of assumed that we were going to go to the bakery and then just immediately be like, hey, we saw your flyer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, but yeah,
Okay.
sure. Well,
No, do whatever you guys want.
Let us go free the bakery.
Kill the rats and get the snacks.
Yes. Let us go.
yes.
So you guys walk through the streets. Does anybody want to make a perception check to see if they see anything that might look like how Decium described Tolkien or Obsidian?
Oh yes.
Oh, good on perception.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a 5.
You guys don't see anything. You don't see any prints. You don't see any flashes of gold or black. In fact, nobody seems to have.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps
You do hear, as you're walking by, you do hear 2 people talking. Yeah, I could have swore I had the pie up at the window and it was gone. That's so weird. I had some stuff missing this morning too. Yeah, this town's going to hell, I swear. Yeah. You want to go get something to eat? Hell yeah, I do.
Sounds like America.
topical.
Topical.
Man, we're living in hell. You want to go get something to eat? Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys make it to the bakery, and it looked like a nice bakery. It had like a seating area outside, a nice colorful sign that says Katie's Cakey Bakies. But it looks dark inside.
Knock, 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 knock.
You knock and there's no answer.
Maybe I should just let us in.
No.
Are there any windows?
Say again, Randy.
Are there any windows?
There are windows. Would you like to look inside? So you look inside and it's dark in there and a little dusty. Like, it looks like nobody's been in there for 2 weeks-ish. You do see there's some like nasty baked goods inside. It was very nicely set up. It had like a wall cabinet that went to an L with glass paneling where you could see the desserts, and then some tables inside.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Maybe owner of bakery does not live here. Maybe they live somewhere else. Maybe it's on the flyer.
Possible.
Who is fastest?
Or maybe they want us to use the back door.
I'm quite fast.
They don't come quite tough for nothing.
Maybe you go and check.
Already gone.
Fuck did he go?
So, Vaughn, you run back, and yeah, you do find an address on site. You also find the reward's not great. It's only like 25 gold.
Gotcha.
But you do find an address on there. It says, for interest, find Katie at this address.
Go back and tell them all the address.
As you're saying the address, it's actually not that far. It's just
Upstairs.
no, it's not upstairs. It's a couple houses down from the bakery. It's not far at all. It's about 4 houses away.
I'll go to the house and knock on
To
the door.
the hole!
Do you guys go to Katie's house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Who knocks on the door?
Amex shall knock on the door.
You knock at the door, and after a moment, a woman with long black braided hair, kind of like my hair, answers the door. She's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yes, we're here about the flyer.
Oh, thanks God, somebody's actually looked into it. Okay, yeah, my bakery's just down the street. I don't really know what happened. Everything was fine, and then all of a sudden I was downstairs baking, and these rats just started pouring in. I don't know what happened.
And you would like them gone.
Yes, I haven't been able to open my shop in 2 weeks.
The reward says 25 gold.
Yes. It's all I have right now. Like I said, I haven't been able to open my shop in 2 weeks, but I'll gladly give you guys the reward money.
I'm down.
Mayhaps, along with that reward, you may also be able to bake some of the.
I didn't mention it, but they're called cherry apple cookies. Cherry apple cookies. CHERIPPLE.
Some of the special cookies that you make for Dracon's Chernapapal cookies. Chapatal.
She kind of giggles. I'm sorry. Yes, I make the cookies for them all the time. I haven't been able to because when the rats started pouring in, I booked it. I don't like rats. I left my cookbook in the bakery, but if you get that for me, I'll gladly make the cookies for you free of charge. I believe it's shoot, I think I left it on the table in the basement. I think Trouter's locked up. He just looks
Possibly.
like
Oh, he's there. He's just, his camera's just frozen.
Okay. To the bakery then, companions.
Yes. She said she was getting the key for us to go in.
Oh, yes. She kind of pats around her waist for a second, and then she remembers she had it around her neck, and she hands you guys the keys.
Perfect.
And as soon as I have my bakery back, you guys can have a discount in my shop. I just really need this taken care of.
Of course. As we walk away, I turn and I go, "We have a bakery now! We have all that we need!"
What if we
You may certainly
what if
try.
we baked the cookies?
Do any of us
What if
even
we
know
had
how?
baked the cookies? But bake more than we were actually going to give away to them.
Then we
We never
sell it at
specified how
slightly
many
discount
we need.
price and start up our own bakery shop across the way, and we'll call it not Katie's.
It's not Katie's.
Not Katie's Cakey Bakey. This is
This is
Callous'
Katie's
Cakey Bakey.
Real quick, just because I messed up because I'm nervous. So Decium asked you guys to get cherry ripple cookies for Froststorm.
Mhm.
A Bumblefly plush from Luna's Luminous Loots.
Mhm.
And then Elysian Night Lilies from the Den Mother's Cave.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to, follow his advice, go to Barney Bee's farm to get honey for the Den Mother. All right. I just want to be
Yes.
clear that those were right now. Sorry.
Those are the items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Good.
worry. Just take a breather, relax. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
I
You're
know,
doing,
but
you're doing
still.
fine.
So you guys are gonna head to the bakery.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
back to the bakery.
gonna fuck shit up.
So you guys go to the bakery. You put the key in the door, and you go inside.
I'm gonna laugh. There's an elf in here.
I shall lead just in case. How dark is it in here since it kind of
I'm actually changing it over right now.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Ooh. Kalos is going to use an Eldritch Invocation and cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay. So you guys all come through the door.
Yeah, there's the icon. Sweet, there's the icon.
I think everybody has control. Nope. Let me give control first.
I love my token.
Yeah.
I actually want to get Comec's commission.
Okay, everybody should have control of their characters now.
Yes.
So you guys are looking around the bakery and go ahead.
Question.
Yes.
Does anything smell suspicious here?
I mean, you smell old baked goods and probably rat droppings.
Okay.
You guys don't see any rats up here, though.
Oh.
You do see in the dust little, like, rat footprints. But that's about it. Like, you see... She says she left quickly enough. She didn't even take the drawer
Oh yeah.
with her.
Uh,
She booked it when the rats came. Everything is the way it was when she left.
Oh, the smell reminds me of the fiddler at the circus. It's not. Oh, it's the one part I didn't like about his act. He left droppings everywhere.
So,
Ignoring that.
it got caught up a little bit. But you guys do find, like, right here is a doorway that looks like, or a door. That is, the door is shut.
is there any place where she was obviously keeping money?
Yeah, everybody is over by the counter area. This is the counter area right here.
I stand on the counter to investigate, see if where the money is.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh so hard.
This will be the one thing he rolls a 20 on.
Oh,
Another fucking 8. Your fucking spread is like 6 to 9.
All numbers you need.
okay, so you're standing on the counter looking around where the money could be. Everybody else, you see the drawer is underneath him. There, during the cabinet, there's a little, like, hole where you can put the drawer.
I will see that he is looking for the drawer and be like, "Oh, good idea! We should bring all this money back to her so that she makes sure that she has today's profits." And I'll just take the drawer out, start pouring it in my bag.
You pour about 50 gold,
Okay.
which you can kind of gauge from this is her business, the way it's ran is she deposits every, like, 2 weeks. And it was pretty much the last day that she was going to deposit when the rats came.
I made a note that it was 50 gold pieces from the bakery.
Hey, what else would you guys like to do up here?
You know what? Kalos would like to look around the seating areas and see if he can find anything interesting that might have been left by patrons or just maybe left somehow. Anything at all. Like, he doesn't care how mundane.
So as you're looking around, do an investigation check.
Yay! Ah, 'That's not good. 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
I can see we're getting our low rolls out now, guys.
Sure
Better
hope
now
so.
than in a fight.
You look around.
Michael's stealing them all.
Yeah, with his one natural 20.
Hey, rolled one before as well.
You look around and there's not really anything of note. I mean, there's like dishware on the tables and stuff like that. It looks like nobody else was here when she abandoned the place. It looked like maybe she had just set out for business for that day. So there's like, you know, the silverware, the cups, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Can I look around for any possible like holes, like rat holes or anything like that? Like anything that would maybe show where possibly the rat infestation might be?
Yeah. I'm gonna have you do an investigation check too. Sorry, I feel like I'm making you guys roll too much, but it's D&D, you're supposed to roll.
There's investigation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's about right. 9.
Up here, no, you don't find any.
Maybe down wherever
You
that
find,
door
a hole, but it looks like it wasn't like made by a rat or anything. It just looks like whoever made the building kind of just missed a spot.
Okay. Yeah.
That's about it.
All right. Maybe somewhere in these other rooms we can find more.
She did say she was cooking in the basement.
Is the door locked that is up right near here?
That's it? No, it is not. You go to open it and it just opens up.
Creak. Hello, rats! Oh!
You hear squeaking downstairs
And
and the
squeaking
shuffle of little
down
feet.
there. How dark does it look like it gets?
It's pretty dark down there.
I will torch.
Okay, is everybody going downstairs?
Yeah.
Hey, so you
For
guys
now.
get downstairs. And let me... So, what's the order?
I probably would go first.
I am after them.
Then
What? What'd you say, Randy?
I was saying I'm next.
Okay.
I'll be after comics.
I will go last.
Randy, I can tell you're like writing or something because your camera's wobbling.
No, I shake my legs.
Ah.
I bounce my knee a lot.
You guys can move around however you want. I'm just kind of putting you guys on the board. Okay. And as you guys get down, you notice there's a lot of rats in here. You see 2 swarms. Man.
Tectonic shift.
The big rat's coming!
Wait. Everyone
You do
minus
see.
the rats take damage.
Over by the fireplace, there is a much bigger rat than the rest of the rats. It kind of looks like a Sammy-sized rat.
It's a rat
So,
again.
like the
And
size of
you
a
do see
medium-sized
that-
dog.
he's wearing a crown on his head. And he has a little red cape around his neck.
Hmm.
He looks over at you guys like, ooh.
It's a rat again.
Rats, you're not supposed to be in this bakery.
What role do I want to...
Do the rats speak common?
Would
You're
you
not
like
to be here, rats.
Do they speak Sylvan? Because that's probably what I would have said to them.
So the rats closest to you, they tilt their head, but you don't really get anything. It's the rat across the room that's like, never mind. The rat across the room. Who are you? Pure common. Like, it doesn't move its mouth, but you hear it speak.
Okay, then.
That'd be a great time
Rat
to cast
tax!
detect
Rat
magic.
tax!
No attack.
The rat talks. Rat
Oh,
talks.
I thought you said
Yeah, I know.
rat attack. Is this like tilting its head looking at you guys?
We're the repairmen for this bakery. We're here to repair things.
We're trying to get some treats for some dragon stuff, and it was all broken down, so we had to come repair it.
Yes.
No? Do a deception check. Both of you,
Yes.
since we're on to it.
Can I give him advantage?
You can if you want.
Yes. Where is it? With advantage, correct?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, boy, that's where all the good rolls were! Natural
You
20.
think?
Yes. Yes,
You
we fixed a
fixed
great
all?
many things. One of, amongst many other things.
Name.
I am Barry.
I like to eat berries.
They are
You
delicious.
don't look delicious.
Unfortunately. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, I do not taste very good. Although it has been quite some time since I've tried a little bit of meat. I'm pretty sure I still don't taste very well.
You see one little rat come up to you, kind of nip at your ankle. Not hard, just like testing it, and then turns to the bigger rat and shakes his head and scurries away. What you fix? You fix home?
We can fix homes. We can fix holes. We can make holes. If that's what's needed.
No understand.
We need to make sure that the bakery can make sweets and treats.
We like the sweets and treats here. Much better than home. We can't go home. So we live here.
Why can you not return home?
Scary man in home.
A man scared you off?
Yeah. He eat us. He ate last king. Now I king.
Where is this home?
The sewers.
This is one of those chain quests, isn't it?
This is going to be like our fourth link on the chain. I have in my notes, we have the main quest, we have the side quests, and then we have the side quests. And this is about to be a side quest.
Side.
Where is it? We'll just
You're
have to
getting it
look
mixed
for
up with the
clues.
optional quests.
Pretty soon we're gonna need to get a thumbtack because somebody wanted that. We had to trade it for the paperclip, so we can take that back to the old lady at the cottage because she lost her shoe. You see now.
Maybe we go to sewers and we take back home for you.
Huzzah! You see all the other rats lift up. Huzzah! But you don't hear huzzah, you just hear squeak.
Squeak, squeak! Would you like to lead the way to your sewer home?
Please
Yeah.
tell me.
He turns around and there's a couple barrels against the wall. He just kind of kicks one over, just like, move, barrel. And you see, like, a good hole.
Define good.
Big enough that a dog-sized rat could get through.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Too small for any of you to get through. Maybe Jake's character could, but...
All right, guys. We know where the issue is.
I'm
Now let's
honest.
kill all of them and patch up the hole.
We don't like here. We want to go home, but home's scary.
Did the scary man have anything interesting on him? The scary man who eats you guys.
Scary man talks to somebody a lot.
Does scary man go by a name that you know of?
No. He goes down to part of sewer we don't like.
I suppose if we went and got rid of him, that would be the least amount of life taken.
We could take you to where scary part of sewer is.
That sounds like a good idea.
We do like
Train.
or AC
Or maybe it's AC.
I think it was the AC.
AC, yeah.
He's on a plane. That background is fake. It's an uploaded image.
It's just moving. It's
He's
weird.
not
It's video.
actually home.
Yeah. We do like sweet here, but sometimes they too sweet. Jim's fat. You look over and there's a really fat rat like rolling around in the flour.
I knew it.
I'm surprised Jim lived. It's on the moon.
I'm surprised sometimes my
Sir
co-workers here lived.
Sir Kalos have idea. What if Sir Kalos shimmy through hole, go through hole into sewer, and then find way out of sewer so I can direct all of you where to get in sewer.
Sounds like
Or we
a
can
good
just
idea.
find some other way to get into the sewer.
You can try, but he didn't say this would lead you directly to the sewer.
He just said it would lead us to the home.
If you want to try, you may certainly try.
Here's what you do. You go in, distract them for a while. We're gonna patch up the hole. Get the fuck out of there. They're gone. They left. We dealt with the rats.
Somebody cast mending on the wall.
That's a bit.
We gladly take you.
Well,
We want to go home.
Do you know how to get there not from that hole?
Uh-huh. We know all small places in town.
Well, if you can direct us in a way that we can get to it, then we will follow.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Weird. This is a weird one. Can I insight check the rat?
What, you don't trust the rat?
Yes, you can.
Nah. Rats are only in it for the food.
That rat took
19.
The rat is telling the truth. The rat does want more food, but you can kind of tell these rats are a little fatter than normal rats at this point. They're kind of getting sweet-toothed out. The rat seems to be... The Rat King seems to be telling you the truth.
Well, I have a wonderful home in mind for them. See, there's this big dome, and it's got a nice forest in it that seems like that it's the outside. And we'll bring you there, and it'll be totally safe. You don't get eaten by any dracons or anything. It'll be fine.
That was oddly specific.
Oh, Emilio went there. He never came back. We don't go by the dome.
All right. So we start to follow rats to sewer.
Yeah.
The rats just start going through their hole.
That's not what I said.
Guess we're
You
finding the
find
sewer
place up
access.
top. We lead you from there.
Quickly, they're gonna all leave. Just block it in. Just block it in as they come.
Carter, what was your question? Just asking if the weird man had anything weird on him?
Yes. I think. I don't know.
Okay,
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yep.
So they said they'll
Yeah.
help us find a way from up top.
Yep, they said find a place up top and they'll lead you guys from there.
Okay, Kamek goes outside.
Okay.
Exit the building, looking for sewer entrance.
I shall also do so.
Me as well.
I was just so hoping they were just gonna run out the front door and we were just gonna follow a horde of rats.
So do you guys wait till all the
Nothing
rats go through
suspicious
the
at
hole?
all.
I'll just head outside.
I mean, I'll wait. I'll wait until they all leave.
So all the rats go through the hole, and Kamix, you go up, and you do see a rat poke its head up from a gutter, but it's like, like in town, the thin hole, like what Pennywise looked at Georgie from, but
Yeah.
smaller. You guys
Stronger.
cannot fit in there. Yeah.
Do I see any manhole covers around?
I'm gonna say that's gonna be an investigation because you're looking for it.
I will do one too.
Wow, copying my roll, Jake.
Yeah.
Investigation. That might be good. Might not. I don't know. It's not gonna be good. But it'll be okay. Nope. That's an 8.
I got 22.
22?
Fuck you.
Okay. So with an 8, you don't see anything. With a 22, you do see, great holes across, like, probably one every 100 feet. They're not, like, super close together, but you can see there's a couple.
Alrighty. Here! Found one! Here!
Can I try and go open / kind of let them into it?
Okay. You open it, and you see down there, staring up at you, is the Rat King.
The Rat King.
He kind of waves at you. He does have a name. I haven't asked his name.
I'm
Nope.
just calling him Ratigan.
Ratigan. It would have been a better name.
So-
honestly.
Have question.
Half alt.
Question for Volan. How are you gonna get equine shape
No clue.
down hole?
No clue. Not an idea as to how I'm gonna do that.
I have an idea.
I mean, the hole is pretty big. They're probably about 6 feet long, like 6 feet wide.
Yeah, but I can't go down a ladder. I can't use a ladder.
No, you
Yeah,
can
we
jump.
also have to keep in mind these probably aren't like your average Earth manholes.
No, they are not.
Listen, listen, I have an idea. Julian, we're gonna need you to trust me on this, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna put a blindfold on you, and I'm just gonna have you jump, and just trust that you'll go and take it, okay?
Why do I need the blindfold?
To make sure it all works. If it doesn't work, you did it wrong.
I'm curious about that.
Count your gold.
Hmm. I don't know. I think you all seem to all be the clever bunch. I can wait up here while you all just deal with what's going on with the rat boys. I mean, maybe you can just find a better little spot for them down there.
Kamex nods and starts heading down the manhole.
Okay. Suit yourself.
So you guys are
But just
all,
keep in mind, I could have gotten you down here.
so who's all going into the sewer?
Yes.
Kalos is.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody but William.
The big baby.
Okay. But okay.
Black.
Yes. Give me 1 second. All right, so I don't have his, and I need to get his icon. That's
Take your time.
All right, so I'm just gonna do the Rat King's icon, but he has a bunch of his other rats with him,
All right.
The Rat King and his entourage.
and his entourage. Yeah. All right, so you guys drop down into the sewer, and I will work on giving everybody control of their characters. What would you guys like to do?
Really quick, the climb down. Like, how far was it to go down?
Like 6 feet. It's not super deep down. 6 to 8 feet.
I'm wondering if, and the water we're standing in, like, how deep is it?
Oh, just like 2 inches. It's just water that's from, rain that's been washed down here, bathrooms, sewer.
Because I'm thinking, can Volian get down here and then just jump out?
He could certainly try.
Well, he's not even here, so
Yeah.
So he dies.
he went to the bathroom. Just, I don't want us to go on a whole adventure just without him,
I know. How dare the sewers not be handicap accessible?
How dare I do this? Maybe I didn't think about this when I made it.
Don't worry.
Does
It's
nobody
an
have a
obstacle for us to overcome.
I'm not like legitimately upset. I'm just like, oh yeah, I didn't think about how the Centaur would get down here.
well, does anybody know the a transmorphing spell? Just turn him into a fucking cockroach or something?
We are level 3.
Is that the question I asked, sir? No.
Essentially, yes.
I was going to help him get here.
I will say, while we're waiting, so as you guys get down there, let's just say you guys are like walking around, looking around. You do notice some spiders start looking at you and being kind of, what the fuck you doing in my turf, yo?
Are they big spiders?
They're like rat-sized spiders.
Oh, lovely.
When they start getting a little too close and encroaching on you guys, the Rat King like makes himself bigger and hisses at them and swipes at them. And they back as soon as they see him, they back away. They're like, no. You can tell this guy owns the sewers. People respect the fuck out of him.
So he's the Don.
He's the Don of the sewers, yes.
Like, why did
They
you
don't
not?
call him the Rat King for nothing.
Why did you not give him a stereotypical Italian mobster voice then?
Because you found him in a bakery and it inspired me.
Volian's back. It is not far down!
Some water.
It is not far down! You can drop down and then jump out when we are trying to get out when we are done.
Yeah, it's a 6 to 8 feet drop in.
6 to 8 foot drop.
I had a funny idea, but Comex wouldn't think of it.
Let me just quickly.
It's gonna be like, wait, we go back to the bakery, we get some lard, we slather it a minute, and then we just push him into the hole.
Oh yeah, I'll kind of like a fawn, like a boing, kind of just like boing, boing.
Hey, boing.
Mario bounce in.
Who's all under the hole coming down? Did you guys all move out of the way when he was going to try to come down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Upon realizing that yes, he is indeed coming down, yeah, get out.
Okay.
There.
Because if not, you'd probably get crushed. I'm not even gonna lie.
I weigh 640 pounds.
Comex sucks into the turtle shell. No.
So, you were gone, so I explained this. When everybody's down there, some like rat-sized spiders start getting a little too aggressive towards you guys. Not attacking, but looking like they were gonna attack. When the Rat King sees this, he makes himself bigger and hisses and swats at them. And as soon as they see him, they back away.
All
right, what would you guys like to do?
I guess
take us to the evil person that eats you.
Direct the way, Rat King.
Yes, explore forward.
Okay. Damn it, hand.
Yeah, we can't see where they're going.
Yeah, I know. Well, I went to go do reveal and then it wanted to move the whole map, so. Okay, so the Rat King just runs down the hall, and then he turns a corner and disappears.
Double.
I would imagine I could still have my torch out still. It probably hasn't been that long.
No, and it's not too incredibly dark down here. It's like dim, if anything, because it was about afternoonish when you guys came down and light kind of pours in.
Like through the sewer grates and like through the different things. Okay, yeah. Randy, you're falling behind.
Oh, I forgot we had control of our characters and it wasn't just theater of the mind walking.
Nope. You guys actually have control of your characters. As the Rat King does pass this area, he points and he's like, "They're at it again," pointing to that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I would
he
like to
keeps going.
inspect the body.
Yeah, it's
I'd like to inspect the body.
You inspect this body. It is a wrapped up body of a man in his like late 20s, early 30s. He looks like he's been down here for at least a couple days. Doesn't have any like bite marks in him or anything because the rats haven't been down here. But you don't see any visible wounds on him. You do see along his neck is like his veins are kind of popping out, so maybe he was poisoned.
Any
That was
personal
kinda-
possessions?
No, he just has his clothes on. He doesn't even have shoes on. He just has his shirt and pants on.
Now, I have a real question. Is this gold?
Would you like to go investigate it?
Yes.
Okay, you go over and you find 3 silver pieces.
Fuck yeah.
Seeing this, Sir Kalos will immediately just start to pay attention to the ground to see if any loose coinage, if he comes across any loose coinage as they continue to travel along the sewer.
Yeah, would you like to do an investigation check to see if you find any?
Yes. That's a natural 1. For a 4.
You
Well,
find 1 copper piece under your foot.
Yeah!
I was gonna say, I was like, well, I mean, technically that does mean you find 1 copper.
Homebrew rule, everyone.
You pick up the copper piece, and it has some brown stuff on it. It kind of looks like maybe it was in a pile of shit or something.
I cast prestidigitation on it and clean it.
Okay, you have 1 copper piece now. Would
Yeah!
anyone else like to do investigation checks to see if they can find any stray money?
Why not?
I imagine
Yeah.
Shredder is, yeah.
Well, it's higher than what Jacob rolled.
Everything's higher than what I rolled.
Oh, no, that's an 8.
8? No, you can't find any.
14.
Marnaby, you see something glittering right here.
Oh.
And this one,
I go
you
for
find 1 gold piece.
Y'all, we're level 3. We rich.
Rat King keeps going on till he turns the corner.
I just follow really closely to the Rat King.
We pursue. Onward. Crossroads.
I will say when Remy does get about here, he looks kind of both ways, and then he starts to go this way, but he looks like he isn't quite sure, like he doesn't quite remember.
Gotcha. So there's like a fork in the road?
Yeah.
All right, I pick it up.
You can have 1 die of inspiration.
What did I miss?
You missed a joke, my boy.
Oh.
That was good. That was good. I give you a die of inspiration for that.
Thank you.
I feel like you've been holding on to that for a long time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, what did I miss?
Michael?
We came to the crossroads, and I said, so there's a fork in the road? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I pick it up.
Wow, that was a delayed reaction because I heard that, I got it, and then like 7 seconds later, I heard everybody laughing.
Huh, weird.
It was pretty instant
Xana
on our end.
distracted you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It was
like,
7 seconds late in your brain.
I guess, because I heard it, and then immediately Xana asked me the question, and in my head I went, lol, and I turn around and she starts asking me, and then I come back, and then all of a sudden I hear people laughing. I'm like, what?
Turn your brain off.
Rat King. What's the other way?
More sewer. We live more down that way. Well, some of us. This way to weird place.
Okay.
I will say, since Volan walked close, this room lights up.
What's kind of in that room?
Character token just back up.
A lot of like
Barnaby.
trash, kind of stuff that got thrown into the sewer or washed away into the sewer.
Barnaby's gonna check and see if there's anything of value that's easy to pick out.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I possibly use my archaeological skills to dig through this trash and
You know
see if
what?
we can find anything of value?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you advantage on an investigation check.
A 13 on my end.
You find
Oh my god!
another natural one.
One of them was. I rolled a 7. You're trying.
You find 3 pieces of copper.
Yeah!
Marnaby, you find 2 pieces of silver and 3 pieces of copper.
Oh.
We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, we're doing great.
We got this.
I'm okay, Sam.
So Remy, or Rat King Remy, nobody asked his name, but that's his name. He gets to about here, and then he stops. Should we wait for Randy? I feel like we should wait for Randy.
Probably.
Yeah, just in case.
He's
I had a
not
feeling
going
there
to say we
was
should, but I feel it's probably appropriate.
I had a feeling there was a Ratatouille reference coming, and I was
Yeah.
Sir Kalos will look in the water and see if anything of value is in the small stream of water.
Make another investigation
Let's
check.
go.
This one's just a straight roll.
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting here. I might as well do something. Okay. There it finally is. There it is. Finally. That is a 19.
You find 1 gold piece covered in shit, so it kind of looks like copper.
I see the copper piece. Cast prestidigitation. Becomes a gold piece. And Kalos is kind of disappointed. But still puts it in his pack. Still
I
puts
mean,
it
you
in his
could
pocket.
put it back. You could put it back into the water.
With Kalos, it's not the fact that it was a gold piece and he doesn't like gold. It's the fact that he thought he found something, but it turned out to be something else.
Oh, disappointment!
Disappointed.
Well, guys, I haven't gotten to roll once tonight.
such is the life.
That's life. That's life. I'm gonna roll a d6 for them boys.
As funny as it may seem.
While we're waiting for like 2 seconds, I have to talk to you guys about an ad I saw earlier today that I think you might get a kick out of.
Uh-oh.
I saw an ad for Twix, and it's these 2
Is it
people.
the bears?
Yeah, the fucking bear ad. What the fuck is up with that? Like, it's,
I know, I saw that one too. I was
like, what the hell is that?
Isn't that the one where it's like 2 people are like in the woods and they're like, "Oh, we have a Twix. You take the left one and I'll take the right one." And then they start eating the Twix, and then it's 2 bears and they're like, "All right, you take the left one and I'll take the right
It's
one."
very similar. It's like it doesn't matter which one's left or right. They're both crunchy and chewy and delicious on the inside. And the bear says the same exact thing while looking at it.
Why do people keep giving bears a bad rap that they're just voracious man-eaters?
I don't know. Feels like we were coming out of that, and then Tix was like, "No!"
Nah.
I guess the
Look at
same
that.
reason why people think sharks are just killing machines.
Exactly.
Look, just don't look like a fucking dyslexic seal and they won't bite you, okay? Look, it's your fault. You went into the water, okay? You went into the water. That's where sharks live. It's your own fault for going into the water.
The water is where sharks live.
Just like the woods are where bears live.
I
Look.
just imagine.
Oh, you got attacked by a bear? You went to the woods.
I just imagine a kid being like, "Dad, can I go swimming in the pool?" The water is where sharks live, Timmy. You're not supposed to go in the water. There's Randy. Oh, there he goes.
No,
He's
it's
gone again.
not. The bastard. He thought about coming back, but then he was like, "Oh no, wait, I forgot.
I forgot something.
Oh shit!"
There he is.
Pardon me.
Chad, I responded to you.
I saw. I'm trying to figure out how.
Are you trying to pickpocket me?
I don't know what you're talking
My
about.
passive perception is 13, just a heads up.
I was going to ask what your passive perception was. I mean, he knows now. You might as well just roll.
I know things. You've been eyeing that gold for a while.
Is Trotter legitimately trying to pickpocket Michael?
Yes, he is.
And there it goes.
Okay, yeah. How do I determine how much he takes?
It's up to you.
I'll say you take.
How much did he beat the roll by?
3.
Probably like a little bit.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
You
Doesn't
take
actually.
7 gold.
Okay.
Now that everybody's back, we can continue.
Okay, bubble milk tea was on the line, so
So Rat King Remy gets to here, and he looks straight, and his ears go back, and he kind of gets into a defensive, scared position. There. Points ahead. Let me reveal the area.
Oi, Blastoise!
Fine.
What? I was walking before this got fucking revealed.
Okay.
But there's gold up here. I want to go pick it up.
You have to do an investigation check.
I confront. That is a 5.
You don't see shit.
Alright, I come this way.
Oh no!
Ah, no.
How no?
Okay.
How no?
So down the hallway, you guys see
Jesus, a long fucking hallway.
a very large door with a circular design and 5 heads on it. And you see a language on it that I think Jake's the only one that will understand. Does anybody else speak Draconic?
I do not imagine comics does.
No.
Nada.
Okay.
As we start to walk down this hallway, Sir Kalos is going to cast Detect Magic with his Eldritch Invocation.
You see that the door is magical.
Alrighty. I would like to see what the door says.
It says, her grand decide ahead, open to find the way.
One more time.
Her grand design ahead, open to find the way.
And what are the 2 things on either side of the door?
That's just all I had to kind of show that it was supposed to be special. There's not anything.
Gotcha. And you said that there was like 5 heads.
Yeah, and as you guys get closer and you're able to see more, each head has a distinct color to it. There's a white one, a black one, a red, a blue.
Can I see if any of the heads open?
Yeah, you can go investigate the door.
Yeah, I'll just see if I can like.
They don't budge.
They said open a head, and I was trying to open the head.
Clever, but no.
Could I
I would
make...
like to invest. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I make maybe a knowledge check or some sort of check to see like maybe if I can glean any information from like the iconography, maybe by the way the riddle is spoken, or
I would say yes, and I would say with advantage because of your archaeology background.
I was gonna go at from a magical angle, see if there was
Do an
anything that
arcana
would make
check.
sense with the magics. With the magics that seem to be at work with it.
17.
Arcana.
17. You have seen. Let me see what it is. A 12. The only thing you can really tell with the door is it's magical, and there's no handle on it, so you can't just like open it.
Can I try and push it?
Doesn't budge. You had a 17, right, Jake?
Yes.
So I will say with your 17, you have seen a door similar to this in some of the ruins. You knew with that door, somebody needed to speak the language to open it. You don't know what that person said, if there was a keyword or any kind of word. You just knew that the language that was on the door, somebody spoke and then the door opened.
I speak friend in Draconic.
Doesn't open.
I had to do it.
I believe it's some kind of password.
Hmm. I don't speak the language. Wait. I think I recognize that last one. If I ever find out who wrote this, I'm going to have to teach him a lesson. Last person who called my mother that, they didn't live very long.
The last person who called your mom, well?
Yes.
How could they?
So it says, her grand design ahead, open to find the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of announcing to everyone like that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it says in this language.
And and according to my research and looking into other archaeological digs such as this door requires some kind of passphrase to open up. Hold on. Password.
Wait. Password. He says in Draconic.
Nope.
That's worked before sometimes.
Have you tried Open Sesame?
Open Sesame.
Once you say open, another dragon head circles around, and as it hits each head, there's a click, 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 click. And with a rumble that shakes all of you, the door lifts up.
You are a testament to your people. You must be the grandest of scholars.
What? Oh, sorry. It was really cool looking.
Do you guys proceed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
from peering in there, does there anything look amiss?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, then I guess I'm okay with proceeding.
So you guys go in and you enter this room.
Well,
Leave everybody up.
I found
like
my
it, bro.
fiance.
kidding.
I win. Spotted it immediately.
I don't like looking at rubble. I don't like looking at a rubble token.